Hi everyone, my name is Neetu Verma. Welcome to my channel PM Desire. So today's session is regarding difference between acceptance criteria and definition of done. These are two important concepts for PMP exam which is often confused. So these two terms are commonly used in Scrum framework. In today's session we will learn how these terms are implemented with respect to user stories. Now, for the sake of those, if you see in this slide, what I have done is, for the sake of those who don't have much knowledge about Agile or Scrum framework, let me give a brief insight into this. In Agile, project scope is written down and documented in the form of user stories in a document called product backlog. Okay. Then, for a new product, you can consider that product backlog will constitute a list of all user stories, functional requirements, and non-functional system requirements. And for existing products, the list may also include enhancement requests, bug fixes, infrastructure changes, or other activities that the team may deliver as part of the changes to be made to the product in future releases. All in all, together, everything is called product backlog item or PBI. This is called PBI. And this is your product backlog. Now, we can also consider product backlog to be a list of everything that needs to be done as part of the project. So, product backlog is always a living document or repository and is owned by the product owner. In this video, I will not be able to discuss about the different roles of in Scrum. So one of the role in Scrum is project owner. You can consider as of now like that. So you can see in this picture, we have a list of prioritized user stories. This one, prioritized list of user stories. This is your prioritized list of user stories. And which we can also called as a part of product backlog item. So in product backlog item, these are all your prioritized list of user stories. So each having a common definition of done and unique acceptance criteria. So if you see, this is a common definition of done which is across the all user stories, and it has a unique, every user story has a unique acceptance criteria. I've used the term common definition done and unique acceptance criteria. What does that mean in each story is that each story talks about what we are saying is each story talks about a functionality that the team is supposed to deliver. So that acceptance criteria is unique to each and every user story. But DoD definition of done is common across the user stories that are part of the PBI. When it comes to one team, but it could differ from team to team, but for a team, for a set of product backlog items that the team is owning, definition of done remains same. So when these two are achieved by teams, we then get a potentially shippable product increment. This is your potentially. So we'll talk more about it subsequent slides. Okay, so then next is what? So let's consider both acceptance criteria and definition of done to go into a bit more detail about these two concepts. So what is acceptance criteria? It is a set of conditions or business rules which should be satisfied in the functionality of the product in order to be accepted by the product owner and stakeholders. So you see here what we are writing here, set of conditions or business rules. Always remember, except since the acceptance criteria is written on the basis of user, it is related to more of a business language. It is not some technicalities or technical language you will use whenever you will set up the acceptance criteria. So can be created jointly by the development team and product owner. So product owner is actually your representative of the business representative. It could be when you say so if you don't have a, if it's a project which is inside the organization, then product owner will act like a business partner, business person for you. But if the customer is also there, then product owner in a way, he will liaison with the customer. And again, the acceptance criteria then has to be, as we say, acceptance criteria is written in the perspective of business. So either the customer or the product owner helps in terms of jointly works with development team to write the acceptance criteria. Acceptance criteria clarifies the expected outcome of a user story in a concrete manner. In the next slide, I will show you how to write a user story. Then focuses on the end result. So acceptance criteria focuses on the end result, means what is needed for the customer. We are again saying, we are in this acceptance criteria, we have to consider what is needed for the customer and not how the solution should be implemented. Acceptance criteria should be written before implementation. So the expectation has to be set very clear, and that can be only done before implementation, because once you start implementing it, then if you start thinking how the acceptance will take place, then you will not be so effective in that case. So key elements and benefits of acceptance criteria: manage expectations from the product owner and help the development team to implement the user story completely. Definitely, we are managing expectations upfront. Before even starting the implementation, we are setting the expectation of everybody right. Define boundaries of the user story. Unless and until you have acceptance criteria set up, how does how you can keep doing things in that case, you don't know what to do exactly, and that will lead to scope creep. So in a way, if you don't set the boundaries, acceptance criteria is setting up the boundary, otherwise it will lead to scope creep. To establish the testing criteria to validate the user story. And definitely once you want an agreement from the user, from the business, then they will see business will see what they have agreed upon earlier in the beginning, and based on that only the validation will happen. Action of the user or user perspective and the type of user need to be captured in the acceptance criteria. And when we are writing or capturing the acceptance criteria, we have to always think from the user perspective and type of user, and that will set up the acceptance criteria. So what I've done in the next slide is I have put an example of acceptance criteria, basically in terms of user story format. This is how we write the user story. The syntax is like, as a role, I want functionality so that business benefits. So now you see the example. So this is a syntax or format, you can say. And then example is, as a credit, let's have an example in the sense, as a credit card holder, I want to view my statement balance so that I can pay the balance due. So who is the role? What is the role? Credit card holder. What is the functionality he is looking in the system? He wants to view the statement balance. And what is the benefit he will get out of it by viewing the statement balance? He can pay the balance due. So this is how we are very clear of what the user wants from the system. Let's say it's a banking application. So what now? Just start thinking as a development team, and as I said, except development team will together write with the customer or the product owner. So think what could be the acceptance criteria in this case. So display, first what I've written is, display statement balance upon authentication. As soon as the system authenticates the user, what should happen? He should know the balance in the balance to be this balance should be displayed. Then it should also show him the payment due, the minimum or the payment due. Then he should be able to look into the, he should also be able to see the due date of it. Then if it show error message if service is not responding or timeout. So this is something which we could capture very upfront from the user perspective. Definitely we are going to write so many other test cases also. This is not the only test cases which will lead to acceptance in a way, like from the user perspective, from the business perspective, okay. But from the technical perspective, the testers might do a lot of write a lot of test cases. Maybe some they will change some different. They want a different date format. So they will see the negative testing also. So they will try to put different formats and see yes the right format is displaying or not displaying. So they will do other tests also, but acceptance criteria will be always on the basis of business or business language, in the sense user, what user wants it. This is another example which I've just displayed on the slides. Now, what is definition of done? I just told you a brief about acceptance criteria. Now, what is definition of done? Definition of done is very important concept in Scrum. It is considered as a team's checklist of all the criteria required to be met so that a deliverable can be considered ready for customer use. Teams, what are the key things we are talking here is, it's a team's checklist of all the criteria to be considered in terms of ready for customer use. So how do we do that? And it is often standardized across the company in order to guarantee consistent delivery of quality. Here we are looking at quality. We are not looking from the requirement point of view of customer, but we are more concerned in terms of quality. Okay, and that again lets us makes us understand that it has to be across the user stories. Okay, so it is essentially the definition of done are the agreed upon acceptance criteria that the product owner will use to accept the product increment at the end of the sprint. So when everything has been done, the user stories has been, means on the basis of acceptance criteria, you have done all the functionality into the system, and they have met the acceptance criteria also. But then you are also seeing that the across all the user stories, the quality perspective is also met, and then only you can deliver the increment. Then only you can say, okay, the increment is ready or it's a shippable product. So now, as I said, it is more on the basis of quality perspective. So what can come into your mind when it comes to things that could be commonly addressed in definition of done are operating environment. You are using Linux, you are using if you are using an operating system Linux, or what can we say, different versions of Android, on what versions it should run, iOS or browsers, all these things comes into operating environments. What level of documentation is required? Because sometimes it could be automatically generated Java doc and all, or fully edited end user documentation. Then we are talking about quality expectations. It could be a basic functionality works for demo purposes, like versus fully designed and bulletproof app. So what is your expectation in that case? Then what are the security expectations? It could be no security implemented versus security vetted at all levels from code reviews and all. Scalability expectations. Scale, is it scalable for, do we need scalability in terms of demo purpose only up to maybe 10 concurrent users, or we need a scalability to 1 lakh concurrent users. So what is the expectation basically that is to be considered? Then we have, now what is the difference between, now as we have already discussed, like acceptance criteria and definition of done, we can think about what is the difference between acceptance criteria and definition of done. So what is the, when we talk about acceptance criteria, it helps to build the right thing. Okay, so focus on requirements or functionality, what customer needs, what is important. Okay, and here helps to build the things right. Focus on implementation, how to meet the customer needs. This is acceptance criteria, ensure functionality. Definition of done, ensure quality. Authority of the, and in acceptance criteria, authority of the customer or their representatives. Meaning to say, it will be decided finally by the product owner, manager, or means any other means, we call it manager. Authority, this is in the authority of team. Then in terms of acceptance criteria, it will vary for every user story. I discussed that in earlier slides. And definition of done is common for all the user stories. Acceptance criteria is applicable at each user story level, and definition of done is applicable at team level, sprint level, and release level. So you will have definition of done which will be definitely different for all these sprint and releases and team level. To summarize, acceptance criteria are unique criteria that apply to a specific user story. It completes that user story. In contrast, definition of done is a common criteria that apply to all user stories in a sprint or project. So that was your quality aspects which I discussed with you regarding operating environment, documentation, quality. Correct. So definition of done means the generic quality standard for your product. PBI, product backlog item, have an acceptance criteria. PBI means PBI has your, if I, the first slide which I showed you, which has product backlog, and every item in the product backlog is called PBI. So user stories is also part of PBIs, correct? So it has an acceptance criteria. So for every PBI we have acceptance criteria. So every item should meet its acceptance criteria. Definition of done is never on level of PBI. As we said, it is a common criteria. It is not one to one, like not every user story will have acceptance criteria which is unique, but all user stories have a general or common criteria. That is what is understood. Finally, product owner will use these means both acceptance criteria and definition of done when he is accepting the product increment at the end of the sprint. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. For more such informational videos which will help you in terms of your passing PMP, stay tuned. Please do like my video. If it all you found informative, then please do so. Thank you so much.